Hi, I'm Terry Tucker, author of Sustainable Excellence 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life. Welcome to another edition of Sustainable Excellence Extras. Today, I'd like to talk with you about the importance of understanding that sometimes our actions may have more of a positive or negative impact on someone than we planned or realized. In his book, Love and Profit, The Art of Caring Leadership, James A. Autry, the former CEO of the Meredith Magazine Group, confesses that he is always being surprised by the gap between his perception of the importance of an act and the perception of the other person involved. Autry gives two examples. He once had dinner with a colleague who reported to him. The dinner was squeezed into a busy travel schedule, but there had been a recent death in the colleague's family, and Autry felt somehow moved to make the time to dine with his employee. According to Autry, the dinner was pleasant, though unremarkable. Yet a few days later, he received a letter from the person expressing profound gratitude for having taken the time to have dinner. Autry said he was stunned and a bit ashamed for not having viewed the evening with nearly the importance his colleague gave it. On another occasion, Autry turned on his computer to find an updated word processing program had been installed. He indicated that he was irritated because he had just gotten used to the old program. He was upset about the change and asked that the old program be reinstalled. Only later, after the damage was done, did he realize that the programmer who installed the new software was very hurt. She had worked hard to get the new program up and running while Autry was on a business trip, thinking he would be appreciative of her efforts. Far from being thanked for her labor, she had to do double the work. Managers have to realize that what is important to the employees is what the employees think is important, and the supervisor has to measure their impact on those matters. Too often, managers forget that their words and actions carry weight that is out of proportion with the import they may have intended. A similar type of experience happened to me during one of my cancer infusion treatments. Unbeknownst to me, a certain nurse who was leaving the unit to work at another location closer to her home had asked the charge nurse if she could take care of me one more time before she left. On the last day of my weekly treatment, the nurse in charge of assigning patients assigned me to a different nurse who I had asked for because it was college basketball season, and the nurse I requested was an avid college basketball fan. During my therapy, the original nurse wandered into my room in tears, telling me of her disappointment because she wasn't able to care for me before she would be moving on to another location. Fortunately, we had an opportunity to say our goodbyes, but I had no idea that she had requested to take care of me a final time before she moved on, and I felt terrible that I had squelched her plans. Many times we have no idea of the impact our lives or relationships have on others. Often, people we have routine interactions with seem to invest more in the relationship than we do, and our unintended actions negatively impact that connection. Leave me a comment about a time in your life where your actions had unintended consequences on another, or when you were more vested in a relationship where someone else unknowingly hurt you by something that they said or did. Also, please head over to motivationalcheck.com to get your daily dose of inspiration and motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.